Hey everyone, in this episode, Eteri Tutberidze responded harshly to blogger Dave Leese. Ilya Malini overtakes Yuzuru Hanyu. Shoma Uno showed a new program. Well, now about everything in order. Bright summer clothes for a bright holiday in this wonderful summer. The biggest discounts on the best design solutions. Spend a bright vacation this season with stylish clothes from the Fairy Season online store. Follow the link in the description and choose an outfit in which you will be perfect. Every day, thousands of fashionistas find the best look for themselves in which they will go to the evening, to the beach or to meet friends. 10,000 items of goods will allow you to find exactly your style and your design. For any mood, for any situation, and for every type of holiday. Follow the link in the description and take what suits you. Ilya Malinin drives fans crazy over and over again with his training videos. The skater representing the US team repeatedly performs a quadruple axel, the quality of which leaves no doubt that next season he will be the first to manage to show an element beyond Ultra C at the international start. Ilya Malinin is stepping on the heels of the legendary Yuzuru Hanyu and is striving to write his name into the history of figure skating faster than the Japanese. The 17-year-old American, of course, is still far from the two-time Olympic champion. The figure skater still needs to get his ticket to the Olympics, which did not work out this year. Despite the silver of the national championship, instead of Malinin, they sent to Beijing 2022 to the displeasure of many fans and Ilya Vincent Joe himself. Subsequently, he withdrew from the personal tournament due to a positive test for COVID, and Jason Bryan, who closed the top 6 at the Games. There is no doubt that Malinin will still get his chance at the next Olympics. Right now in the USA, Ilya is called the successor of Nathan Chen, and almost the main star of men's single skating for the next 4 years. And Malinin himself did not modestly proclaim himself the god of quadruples on social networks, and the 17-year-old skater has every right to do this. Over and over again, Ilya posts training videos where he easily performs a quadruple axel, an element that Hanyu so wanted to perform first in history, and which spoiled the Japanese Olympics in Beijing, where Yuzuru became fourth. Fans in the United States believe that the cherished element of Ultra SI will submit to Malinin at an international competition already in the 2022-23 season. Together with Chen, the same Joe and Brown, as well as Camden Pulkinen, Ilya was included in the American team for the next season. Fans enthusiastically comment on Malinin's quadruple axel. I am constantly amazed at the consistency of his axis and his understanding of where he is in the air. His axel gets better every time. I hope he can perform it this season. The prospect of him landing him in the competition makes me feel like an excited kid waiting for Santa Claus to arrive. I still cannot get rid of the ease and control with which he does what I previously considered impossible as a human being. Still worried about him. This was beautiful. Come to think of it, just a few months ago no one thought it was even possible. Malinin, whose parents are former figure skaters Tatyana Malinina and Roman Skorniakov, Russian figure skaters from Uzbekistan, is not going to stop at this success. The charismatic athlete has already announced that next season he will try 7 quadruple jumps in the program, naturally with the inclusion of the axel. Conquering the goal can make Malinin a cooler skater than Nathan Chen, who in Beijing 2022 limited himself to 5 ultra-SI jumps in a free program. Cascade 4-4 I jump for fun. Quad cascades take a lot of energy. It is difficult from a psychological point of view. It affects the whole program. For example, if I jump a combination of 2 quadruple sheepskin coats, then I won't be able to repeat another quad. This is bad if you are going to do a program with quads. As for the quad axle, now I plan to include it in the program, like all other quads. I will try the arrangement with 7 quads, said Malinin on Paulina Edmonds' podcast. Clone Lambiel, what's wrong with the left hand? Amazing fans appreciated the new program of Shoma Uno. The 2022 world champion Shoma Uno presented the audience with a new short program for the song Gravity by American artist John Mayer. It premiered on the Japanese show Prince Ice World back in May. But since photography and video filming is strictly prohibited in Japan at the show, only viewers who bought tickets could see the new production. All other fans of figure skating had to be content with snippets from the news and the impressions of eyewitnesses. However, last weekend the long-awaited broadcast of the show Dreams on Ice took place on Japanese television, where Shoma Uno also skated Gravity. The recording of the figure skater's performance has become freely available, so now everyone can watch and evaluate the new program. The figure skater's coach Stefan Lambiel acted as choreographer. By the movements, the manner of skating in this program, one can easily recognize the style of Lambiel himself. Recently I was at a training camp in Switzerland where Stefan Lambiel did the choreography. In this music, there is a clear distinction between strong parts and weak parts. I would like to express this, Shoma said in an interview. At the Dreams on Ice show, the athlete presented an already updated version of the short program. Shoma said earlier in an interview that he asked Stefan Lambiel to come over and revise the program to fit the new rules, as the requirements for reaching the fourth level on spins and step sequences have changed somewhat. The skater also said that he plans to bring the program to the ideal during the season, and hopes that the public and Stefan will like it. Spectators who had the opportunity to compare both versions of the program noticed that the order of rotations was also changed. Fans' opinions about the program were divided. In Russia, many did not appreciate the new production, considering it too boring. And Lambiel was accused of unnecessarily wanting to clone himself instead of revealing the individuality of the athlete himself. At the same time, a lot of rave reviews can be found on the net, especially among foreign fans. Fans note that Stefan's choreography perfectly highlights Shoma's strengths. The twizzles and part of the single-step sequence look impressive. The figure skater revealed himself in a new way in this lyrical image, which suits him very well. His skating looks more adult, more conscious. The new program has more subtlety and complexity than what Shoma skated before. He is involved in the rental, but at the same time he looks at ease. The choice of music also received a lot of positive feedback. But the costume for the competition needs to be changed. The jacket seems superfluous here, and it seems that it prevents the skater from feeling more free. The fans also drew attention to another detail. This is Shoma's left hand, which is sometimes unnaturally lowered down and looks lifeless. I wanted to be involved no less than the right hand. As for the technical component, Shoma still does not look in the best condition, which, in general, is absolutely normal for the off-season. Both jumps and spins look dirty on the show, which obviously won't bring many points in competitions. But by autumn the situation will certainly change for the better. It is important that even at the show, being in imperfect shape, Shoma successfully performed a quadruple toe loop and a triple axel. There were short program skates with 2 quadruple toe loop, 1 in combination, and a triple axel. In early May, the skater also showed a quadruple flip, and at the last shows there were sequences of 2 triple axels, an Euler combination quadruple toe loop Euler triple flip. A couple of months ago, there were rumors that Shoma Uno was thinking about ending his career, but an incorrect translation from Japanese turned out to be to blame. In fact, the athlete is ready to conquer new heights and work even harder. On the website of the Japanese Federation in the profile of Shoma Uno for the next season, there is such a comment on behalf of the skater. The world is still under the weight of trials, but I believe that if we try our best to do what we can every day, every moment, then our efforts will lead us to a better future. I will try. Honored coach of Russia Eteri Tutberidze spoke sharply about the American journalist and author of the skating lesson blog Dave Leese. Dave, you are so full of shit. You have no conscience, no honor. You don't respect others, because haven't achieved anything yourself. Your statements humiliate the people around you. Shame on you. Tutberidze wrote in the comments under one of the skating lesson posts on Instagram. Judging by the response time, Eteri enjoyed the latest release of As the Blade Turns, the name of the show on the skating lesson channel, Liz noted, meaning that Tutberidze commented on the post 2 weeks later.